Hello, everybody. This is JD again, and today I'm going to talk to you about something that's extremely important to me. Probably three things: truth, honesty, and trust. Now, the truth of the matter is, yes, those programs that are in the news lately about the different spying and the different monitoring programs, no one said they're not needed. The polls show the majority of people believe those type of programs are needed right now. But two of the most important parts of that truth, honesty, and trust is that honesty and trust wasn't there. The federal government wasn't honest enough with us, and they didn't trust us. Now they don't have our trust, and we don't expect them to be honest. When they get up there before Capitol Hill, they'll tell some stories about how they need to have this, need to have that, and no one will disagree with that. And they'll put some very convincing arguments. But can you trust them? When they say things are in place to protect the private citizen, can you trust them? Are they honest enough to tell you the truth when they weren't in the beginning? Trust, Trust, is what it's all about. Me running for president, I can't afford to lose that. I got to be very truthful and honest with you because I can't afford to lose your trust. Because I'm not a political party person. I'm not even politically correct. But I'm going to need your trust. And trust isn't given freely, it's earned. You will watch me the first 6 months and decide whether or not you can trust me. You will make the decisions, not me. If you get the signatures like I ask you for, and get enough so I can send them in and I get some supporters and travel around the country, you will get to meet me. And you'll get to talk to me. Not just see me on YouTube. But probably truth, honesty, and trust. Well, actually, truth and trust. Honesty is in the middle. Are very, very important. The government didn't trust us enough to tell us openly up front what they were doing. They weren't truthful with us, and they definitely wasn't honest. And listen to their excuses. Oh, those before us were doing it. Yes, we know those before you were doing it. And people ran saying that they were going to be different, but they are the same. There is no difference. And now they're going to use the excuse, well, that's the way it's been, that's the way they've been doing it, as an excuse. No, please, don't accept that for an answer. Yes, we all agree this type of program was needed. But like I said on my other video, it had one of two ways to be done. With the American people or against the American people. And our federal government chose to do it against the American people. Not with us. They had their secret courts, their secret meetings, their secret programs, and people swore an oath to secrecy, not to let anybody know. No. That ain't how you build trust. And that's definitely not being honest. And it's very far from truthful. After you get caught, you then say, well, we do have a program and it's called this and it does do this. Yeah, after the newspapers found out that they were being monitored or tapped, then it comes out that the whole country was being monitored and tapped. Then you come out and say, oh, by the way, no. You got caught with your hands in the cookie jar. And then we're supposed to believe you that that's the only time you put your hands in the cookie jar. Honestly, I've only taken one cookie, the one you caught me on. And that's the truth. Right. Trust me. Oh, how many times have you heard that? That's the first thing a con artist says. So what's going to make me different than anybody else? I can't afford to lose your trust. I'm not a political party person. I'm there to represent you, the people, to lead this country. Gosh, I'm putting some weight on. I got to lose some weight, don't I? But truth, honesty, and trust. That is what is needed. That's what's missing out of our government. The federal government doesn't trust the American people. They're not being truthful with us, and they're nowhere near honest. No one's going to argue that these programs weren't needed. No one's going to argue that they didn't do what they were supposed to do. And the American people realize things like this must be done. But they need to be done with the American people, not against the American people. Trust must be built. Trust must be earned. And actually, trust is something that I can't afford to lose from you, the American people. I need you to trust me enough to go get signatures. Go around. Get signatures, names and addresses of people who want to see my name on the ballot for 2016. Notice I didn't say vote. I said want to see my name on the ballot. It's going to be your choice to decide who you vote for when you go into that polling booth. But I need your signatures saying you want to see my name there for me to be able to get there. I'm being honest with you. I'm being straightforward, truthful. I'm not rich. I'm far from it. I'm struggling, trying to start a business with my wife. Been laid off since 2009. Really haven't been looking for a job after a while. I gave up after about a year and a half. But bottom line is, the whole thing deals with truth, honesty, and trust. That's what it's all about. The federal government did not trust the American people to be truthful and honest with us. Now, I can't repeat this enough. No one disagrees with the programs aren't needed. But they should have been done with the American people, not against the American people. It should have been done with our news agencies, not against. And then look at all the other things that are coming out. And people are saying, oh, Hillary Clinton, oh, same group that Obama's from. Think about that for a few minutes. Look at the things that are coming up and look at what she was involved with. Gosh, from the time of her, before the presidency, on. So, should I go on any longer? No. I can repeat myself over and over again. But it's up to you, the people. I need you to go out there and get signatures of people who say they want to see my name on the ballot of the 2016 presidential election. That will get sent into the Federal Election Commission, and that will greatly enhance our next presidential election. You don't know how much. And then as far as me, look at my videos. And with your signatures, and once I can raise some money, I can travel around the country. You will get to meet me. I'm a very hard person when you first meet me. Very hard. Most people say when you first meet me, they don't like me because I'm too straightforward, too honest, too direct, too truthful. But then when they get to know me, they learn I am truthful. And that honesty is very strong in me. And they trust me. See, I always believed in if you respect someone, you have to respect them enough to tell them the truth. If you lie to them, that's only disrespectful. Because it doesn't help them. Got me in a lot of trouble all the time. But truth is, no one will argue with the federal government, anyone in the federal government, that these programs were not needed. No one will stand up and say they were needed. But they will say the way you did it and went about it was completely wrong. No secretive court, no secretive committee, nothing behind closed doors. It should have been done up front. Tell the people what you're doing, why you're doing it, and trust us to support you. Can't do that, federal government. Political parties can't do that because they lie to us so much. They constantly lie. So bottom line, people, it's up to you. Yes, I need your signatures. Yes, you need to go out there and get signatures on people, names and addresses. On a paper, it could be titled, I want to see D Criveau or James Dennis Criveau on the ballot for 2016. You could put in parentheses JD. No, I want to see, open parentheses, JD, close parentheses, then put James Dennis Criveau on the presidential ballot of 2016. That I do need. That's the truth. And I trust that you will do it. But only if you realize what our nation needs. No more political parties. Take a look around, see what they got to offer. Democrats try to get Hillary Clinton, which is the same as Obama, which is the same as Clinton, which is the same as Bush. They just call themselves different. Will I be different? Yes, because I don't come from the same factory. They come from the political parties. I come from the backyard. They have the mechanics in the limousines, fancy, expensive garages. I am the shade tree mechanic. When they have a problem with their plumbing, they go and call. When I have a problem with my plumbing, I crawl underneath the sink or behind the toilet. So, that's the difference. Now it's up to you people to go out there and get the signatures for me. Get them mailed to me. But believe me, trust is the most important thing that I could ever get from you, and I will never lose it. That I will tell you truthfully. Now, no one can argue at all, the federal government, about the programs being needed. We only argue about the way they went about doing it. Instead of doing it with the American people, they did it against the American people. Thank you. This is JD. Have a nice night. And remember, I need your signatures.